coming up.
We have some stats about India and Canada, and India taking over Canada.
We're taking over, bro.
Fucking Canadian trying to tell me about free speech. Bro, worry about your own country. Your country's fucked. You guys got no free speech. Your money sucks. Toronto sucks. Dangerous, dirty, overrun with illegal immigrants.
Myron has made his money and his platform on saying the dumb shit about bullying people, bullying girls, and being dumb. That's the biggest thing.
You go to New York, you're like hyped up about it.
Yeah, it's not.
And then you go, and you just see big black garbage bags everywhere, and they're stinking up the neighborhood. There's like steam and garbage coming. It's a mess.
Go look at your debates and tell me who has an illegal immigrant problem. Our country or yours?
The United States are not united, bro. Like, come on, has that been said? Now we're gonna get canceled.
I said if you make fun of an Indian, you're going to jail.
Bro, I don't know. ChatGPT is in jail? Welcome back to another episode of Limelight. Sugar.
Are you trying to be ChatGPT?
That question is as big as the whole Texas sky, sugar. Y'all need to think about it. You know what I won't do? You know Russell Peters?
He's actually in town soon.
No way.
Yeah, he's coming back. I mean, he's always here every year.
Cool. Anyways, let's just restart that shit. Well, we'll cut that little fucking Russell Peters thing out.
We'll cut the sugar thing too. That was cringe.
Yeah, all right, cool. Because if you don't get it, you don't get it. We also need to assume that most of our viewers that are coming here have never seen us before. So what's up? I'm Raj. I'm going to introduce myself.
Hey guys.
Hey, 108 subscribers that we have on YouTube.
Don't say that. What if it goes down? Okay, restart.
Yeah, that's funny. Funny.
No.
Hey guys, whatever.
Fuck off, guys. Sorry, I mean, hey guys.
You guys are fucking losers if you listen to it. Oh, wait, what? Anyways, welcome back to another episode of Limelight. Today, we want to respond to some of your comments. We want to talk more about how Canada is becoming the new India, or is it? On top of that.
Okay, we're going to talk about something serious first.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, like the floods, the atmospheric river is what they called it, right?
Dude, so like, really, it's just downpour. It's
just heavy rain.
It's just heavy rain.
And
like
sewage systems just suck.
We're just making new words for it to make ourselves feel better, I guess. I don't know.
But yeah, actually,
somebody explain it.
Well, one person confirmed, well, like out of everything
that's passed
away. So I feel thoughts and prayers go out to the families involved. That's fucked, man. Like, it was actually very dangerous. I mean, your area was flooding a bit, right? You said?
Yeah, there was a lot of water backed up, and the city needs to do a lot better.
What would you do if your Tesla just like goes completely submerged? Like, I don't know what happens then.
No, I don't want to manifest that.
What do you plug in then? Do you have to like use a blow dryer like for a second?
A gas car is worse off than a electric car underwater. Now,
yeah, tell that to the toaster you put in the fucking water.
Okay, anyways. Back to the point. Yeah, very sad to see this happened, and it does have a lot to do with preparation from the city. We're building a lot more houses.
Yeah, I think
this is an interesting concept.
And they are improving the sewage systems in some areas. I hope they fix it kind of everywhere, because I mean, it just, if it rains heavy, it shouldn't cause people to die. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I've been to Amsterdam. Have you been? Amsterdam has extremely high amounts of rain.
Mm-hmm.
They have figured out how to have a city. Yes, they have canals everywhere. Everywhere you walk, you're walking around, there's water everywhere. Cool. They figured it out how to make sure that water is displaced and not like flooding the city. They've done an incredible job. There isn't much more, and like we could do something even more advanced than what they did here in our own way. But like, things need to be like looked at.
You should have ran for the BC elections, not these guys.
No, but like, we should look at these other countries for inspiration.
Do that.
No.
I'm just laziness from these people.
No, I'm just saying there's that. And the other thing that's interesting is this. I don't know the details specifically about this woman that passed away, but water slide coming like from where it came. There's been a lot of new development in that area. How much has that new development caused this to happen?
Yeah.
I'm sure that played a part. How much did all this new, like, basically, in a nutshell, you have like a mountain near where I live, a mountain, obviously all the water that comes and all the sewage, everything.
It's a mudslide that she got messed up by.
So there's that. What's also kind of crazy though, is what I've heard is when you don't actually have a logging industry and you cut less trees to save the environment, that's the opposite as what I've heard, is that like when you don't cut a bunch of trees, you create mudslides can be more common and more dangerous, because when you create logging roads and different things like that, the water kind of has a way to go.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're not touching a forest, it just comes, right? So you can, like, when you make logging roads to go up and cut trees and come back down and all that kind of stuff with trucks and all that, you're actually helping prevent these type of water slides. So in this case, there's construction. I don't know the lack or more like what caused it. But there are things that we need to pay attention to. And what's really scary is how many times have you turned on the news to hear about the recent hurricane?
Oh yeah, that was insane.
But that's like one thing. And then you might hear about the flooding in somewhere else in Europe and then in Florida or wherever it is. You see this stuff and you go, oh, wow, that's crazy. Here, yes, my neighborhood where I live, it was starting to flood to like, not to a point where any of our houses were severely affected. Some houses were, but not like everyone. However, people were driving their cars, bringing their kids to come show them the flood. It was like entertainment for them. Like it was actually a thing. Okay. Now, one more thing. It wasn't just a flood. One car who doesn't even live on this block sees there's water on my street. And there's also some ditches and the water is filling up the ditch. So it looks like it's just with the road.
Yeah.
This lady sees a table in the middle of the road. There's a table in the middle of the road because there's a pump and they've plugged it in to electricity, but they have the electrical plug on the table.
Yeah.
It's not underwater. And they have that tied up there and they have a table and they have a pump that's pumping water and a hose that goes all the way, into the creek. This lady decides, oh, there's a table here.
I'm going to go around it.
I'm going to go around it. Well, could have gone right and could have stayed on the road, but then it was like, oh, there's a huge spot here. It's a ditch. Just goes around, bam, into the ditch. So there was a car for a majority of the day because it wasn't priority for them to tow it out and the flood and all that other stuff going on. It was there for all day. And every single person that heard about it, whatever, it was a show, bro. One guy came, hey guys, how's it going? Kind of, in my opinion, pretending to be helpful. Not even pretending, just like, is everything good? Cool, whatever. Comes back 15 minutes later with his son. Hey guys, I brought a helper. I'm like, oh, okay, cool.
Who got it out? Tow truck company?
They were just gonna, long story short, there were some other neighbors that are really nice that don't even have any issue. They're a little bit out of the way. He came and a couple of them came. They tried to like use like a bigger pump, and it was a gas, it was like a garbage pump, but it can suck water too. So he was trying to like set it up.
No, but who got the car out?
Tow truck came and picked it up way later on. Yeah. By that point, the water had gone down. The freaking clogged freaking pump that pumps the water out of here.
Yeah.
It got clogged. So everything got backed up. And you literally, once you get backed up, it's bad because the water gets pushed back and you get like, there's nowhere to go. Right. So anyways, it was a show.
Deep Cove area was pretty bad too, man.
There was a mudslide there too, wasn't there?
It's terrible.
You showed me those.
The videos just look horrible.
No, but dude, I'm telling you, I was like, people are bringing their kids to show them. Like so many people all came. Dude, you know how hard it was raining? People were wearing their full yellow rain jackets with their big rain boots, walking with their kids. And they're like, oh my God, check it out. Everyone's trying to take photos, whatever. People that are driving by, they all like hit the brakes, take a photo and go. I'm not saying that I wouldn't be guilty of that too.
So you're saying people just act weird whenever something weird like this happens?
No, but then people bringing their kids, I was like, I guess you're trying to teach your kid like, hey, look what can happen if you do something stupid.
Yeah.
So I guess like it's like maybe that's this nice thing that you do with your kids, that you bring them and show them.
What was your thinking about it otherwise if it wasn't that?
No, I thought it was. I was like, at first I was like, guys, like we might get flooded here, and this is just you guys are like grabbing the popcorn. Like, what the fuck? Because like it's
That's
not
just people in general, man. Anytime any kind of thing happens, people just freak out.
Speaking of people like freaking out and overreacting, we have some stats about India and Canada. India taking over Canada.
Do you want me to pull that up?
Yeah. I find it interesting.
So I'm kind of like we're only pulling this up because I've kind of seen this discourse on Twitter, the most hateful app in the history of apps, constantly. I just can't go a day without seeing something ridiculous posted about we're getting taken over. We're getting taken over.
I mean,
how?
You said though, like you think X is great too, though.
I think X is great for people to connect and to people for posting stuff. I just think there's too much hate on that fucking app.
Okay, so you saw people are saying that it's like, what did you see? What?
No, I just constantly see people say like, well, I mean, like that post, the AI thing I sent you, right? Like those people on a boat and it's like Tim Hortons and they're holding an India flag and people like, no, put like other flags on it because you guys are weird. Like they're taking over, doing all this.
So essentially,
so I got curious. You know, I kept hearing the discourse, we're getting taken over, we're getting taken over. I'm like, yo, in reality, how many Punjabi people and Indian people live in Canada compared to the rest?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, if it's that bad as they say it is, it's probably like fucking at least like 60%, right? Like, I mean, they're making it seem like it's a lot. I checked, right? This will even screenshot, just this screenshot that I took. In 2021, out of the overall population of Canada, Indian people only make up 5.1%.
Well, man, I mean,
we're taking over, bro.
Well, it is deceptive though. It is deceiving because you do see a lot of brown people like in herds in some areas. I'm just saying you have to look at that side of it too. It's just looking at it.
It's not fair because everyone always likes to do everything based on stats, right? Especially that side that always says that shit. It's always stats, not feelings, right? So based on the stats. And what's a percentage of those people? Of that 5.1%, 36% of them believe in Sikhism, 32% believe in Hinduism. The main languages they speak, Punjabi, Urdu, Hindi, Tamil, all that stuff, right? So, I mean, we're just getting... We're getting shit on essentially for no reason. What am I? We're getting shit on for no reason.
So here's what I think this is a good opportunity for us to look at some of the comments that we received when we talked about India becoming the new Canada. We want to have open dialogue about these kind of things. So one of the comments that we got, I just want to read it.
Before you get into that, I will just add this. So you know how you say we see a lot of them? You know how you say we see a lot of them, right? I just want to get into that. So the reason you say you see a lot, you see a lot, so people say whatever they see, right? So that's only for a reason. So it says the regions with the significant populations of these people: Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, Edmonton, Montreal, Abbotsford, Winnipeg, Ottawa, Hamilton. It's not naming like a Sault Ste. Marie or Regina.
So what are you trying to say?
I'm just saying those are the most significant with populations, which is why you said the thing like, oh, people are just seeing what they or saying what they see, right? So they're seeing a lot of brown people. They think they're getting taken over. But relax. Okay, this is from 2021. I do understand that. But I genuinely refuse to believe that this number of 5.1% goes up to 55.1% in a span of 3 years. Max it goes up to is maybe 7 or 8. But still, I hope you guys know the grand total is 100. And 8% of that is nothing. So, yeah.
Yeah. So let's hear it. Here we have a comment on our posts about India, Singh Horton stuff. It's a pretty complex issue. The sad thing is a lot of immigrants come here for a better life, but get taken advantage of by diploma mills ripping them off.
Diplomats.
Diploma mills, like colleges, I think.
Oh, okay.
By diploma mills ripping them off with exorbitant tuition fees for useless certifications. Corporations like Tim Hortons using them for cheap labor. So much that the UN came out with a report linking Canada's TFW program to contemporary slavery. The recent scale of immigration, the TFW program, and companies like LMIAs, what is that?
It's something they need.
No shit.
No. It's something they need. Like people can buy that shit.
Okay, using LMIA is causing issues for existing Canadians and permanent residents.
People aren't seeing the other side of it where there's other shit that's going on. It's not only just these people coming here, it's the fact that they're coming here and getting screwed over. That's why. And the fact that, yes, some of them are cheating their way to the top, but yeah, they're getting screwed over at the same time.
Okay, so TFW is temporary foreign worker.
Yeah.
And then LMIA is labor market impact assessments.
Yeah,
to
they
justify
it's
hiring non-Canadians.
It's points.
Yeah. So here
People
we are.
buy that.
Yeah. So that's all I want to know. So companies using LMIAs causes issues for existing
And
Canadians.
what's LMI? What's LMI?
Labor market impact assessments.
Yeah, so it's kind of like a score that you get, and I guess you got to get a certain score to get your PR, I guess.
Well, it says a high influx of immigrants and foreign workers, along with companies using LMIAs to justify non-Canadians. Which suppresses wages for existing Canadian workers by increasing competition for jobs. So they're just justifying that they need this person to work there, right? Anyhow,
That's funny that you bring that up too, that comment, because Trudeau literally, like the thing I told you today, how he's putting forward something that now Canadian
business
owners have to like kind of prove why they're not hiring Canadian workers, like give a reason why.
Yeah, here goes. Let's see how that works out, right?
Yeah.
Leave us your thoughts. We'd love to hear and we'll talk about them. So basically, it causes issues for existing Canadians and permanent residents through the wage suppression, as well as contributing to housing shortages. Honestly, too complex of an issue to try and type out over Instagram comment LMAO. So yeah, we really appreciate the comment, and it is a very complex situation.
Yeah, there's a lot of angles.
Like we said from before, Canada needs more people. We definitely do. If people that are joining our society are generally doing good and positive for our communities, that's a good thing. However, if we're finding that people are coming here and immigrating here and we're feeling that it is making Canadians have a worse life, there's a balance there. We gotta support the future by building our country up with having a bigger population, because literally we are an empty, huge country, right? Per capita, we are like the least in the world, right?
Well, yeah, with the whole was that little thing on the map when people showed this is the area where Canadians can live and above it no one lives.
Oh yeah, like
I forgot what the thing's called. It's like a phrase for it, but I'm forgetting.
Yeah. So looking at another comment here, just
Arctic Circle or some bullshit like that.
Okay, we got this comment in the same reel, but on YouTube Shorts. Not sure what your social bubble has normalized to, but in Western provinces, we absolutely love multiculturalism. And our view is that Canadians, no matter what skin color or bloodline, should be looked after first and foremost, like all the people that came here for a better life and all the people here now. We need to have a balance so Canada can be a place where people even want to move in the future, because right now this shit is really bad. All Canadians deserve better than this. We need the government to stop getting in the way of job creation and industrialization, but they only care about raising taxes and making it harder to impact the environment negatively. In quotations there about the environment. And that's why the quality of life has gone down so much here, and why people are starting to say, let's maybe fix our country before we bring more people into a sinking ship.
I agree with that. The last part, I don't know if I agree with the whole thing.
I mean, specifically, I agree. Yes, everyone in Canada that's here now and has been here should be looked after.
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone should be looked after. But we need to take care of our own country.
Sinking ship thing for sure. Yeah.
We invited a bunch of people into a sinking ship. That's why people are protesting here.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's stupid, because it's like, yeah, that's where you get protests. People saying like, yeah, it's so hard to live here. Why would I want to move here? I mean, look at Vancouver. It's so expensive to even like, I mean, you're literally going to live paycheck to paycheck if you're going to live here. It's ridiculous.
Can I ask you a question? I'm curious if you'll answer it. How do you feel about like the pipeline and stuff like that?
I don't know a thing about it, bro.
Okay. Very respectful answer. What I'll say is to educate the listeners and you right now on the basics of it. You have oil and gas. We have a lot of oil and gas in our country, and we can make an insane amount of money. I have an electric car. I love Tesla. You know me. I'm just saying, I also care about the environment. I don't want us to leave our planet horrible and we have nowhere to live. Gasoline, if we were to sell it to Canadians, we could sell it for dirt cheap because it's our own oil. We could export it for a crazy amount of money and it could be sold to the US and beyond. Yet we are stopping production of gasoline in favor of the environment. Okay. That's the reason why there's no resistance to the pipeline, right?
Well, it's not only that too.
Obviously land and stuff too. We're not going to get into the land portion of it. Let's leave that variable out just because that's not the point I'm trying to make. No, just like I understand that too. There's so much, like even in different cities now that are starting to, in rural cities of Vancouver, there's huge plots of land now and they need to build roads there or they need to build other highways now because and people don't want to cut their, like leave their property and add a road in the middle of the property, right? So I get that. That's not the point I'm trying to make though. The point I'm trying to make is we are choosing to not export and produce oil in favor of the environment to save the planet. Number one, Canada makes such a small imprint on the global scale.
Emissions, yeah.
Number two, oil. We are still importing a bunch of oil, which has probably been fracked or whatever, like extracted, way less ethically than if we did it ourselves.
Yeah.
And we're spending double the amount on oil because we have to import it, right? Like gas could actually be like so cheap here.
Yeah.
You think about the oil countries, the Middle East, they have so much oil. Canada could have that much money, right? As a country right now, they're not doing it. Now, here's a country that did the complete opposite. Netherlands.
Yo, you're just like
Hold on.
number one fucking spokesperson for Netherlands.
Netherlands.
They fix their canal system and their oil system.
Listen to me. They were smart. They're like, yo.
Just move there.
They're like, yo, we can. Hey, listen to me. They're
I'm
like,
listening.
They're like, we care about the environment. We don't want to fucking have a bunch of emissions. Fuck all that noise. But we have lots of oil. They started an internal campaign in the country. Buy electric, buy electric. They were the leading country in the world for electric vehicles. But they were exporting a shit ton of oil. So they were doing the opposite of what Canada was doing, right? Canada's like, oh, we're not going to export oil. We'll import shitty oil and like sell it and do our own thing. And whereas Netherlands was like, okay, we care about the environment. We don't want to have pollution in our air, but they're exporting, the oil. It's a topic of economy versus climate, sustainability, and obviously like rights of property owners or land owners, etc. And fair enough. I mean, I know that you, if you don't know, you don't understand it, but I'm just bringing it up to say that.
Yeah, we should probably,
like we need to take care of our country and and I'm not saying that oil is the answer. I'm just saying like there's other things that the country
is just, we're looking out instead of in, that's just.
What do you mean looking out?
We're looking out to fix our country, supposed to looking in our country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Another comment we have, take a look at any East Indian owned business. Do you see any other people working there other than East Indians? No, don't talk about multiculturalism. Also, the government let in way too many people and now housing has skyrocketed. Healthcare is overwhelmed. And I'm assuming schools are packed. Most of these immigrants were from India. That explains the hate.
So this guy is the reason I said all those fucking stats. This is why. 5.1%, bro. And you're this hung up about Indian people. Yeah, most of them came over with Indian. So what does that have to do with anything? And yes, I get your argument about the whole East Indian owned businesses. I understand the argument, but
I mean, there's a lot of, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of white owned businesses that have a lot of Punjabi people there probably too, or immigrant people.
Yeah,
and I know people that are of all races that have,
like that doesn't even matter. Like this guy's just looking, like talk about being in a box in a reality. This guy's literally clearly living in one.
But that said, there is some truth to it.
I get the
there is some truth to it.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not denying that, hey, Indian owned business, but I think that would apply for some other cultures too. Does that make it right? No. Are some of those employees probably making cash, getting paid cash and, still trying to get their PR or whatever? There's a possibility there too. And
but the
sometimes they're family too. Let's be real.
Yeah. The whole multiculturalism thing, like that wasn't even bringing up the fact like, oh yeah, look everywhere you see a different color. No, it's not that. Like, the multiculturalism thing was more like, there's every kind of person here in Canada and everyone's allowed to be themselves, practice a religion. There's every kind of like temple. I swear, like if you go in that one street in Richmond, it's every temple for every single like major religion. It's like everyone's accepted here. There's no like hate of anyone here. But now people like this are the people that are starting the hate for no reason. And there's a good reply to it, if you don't mind reading that.
Yeah, no, the reply says, yeah, actually, I know many East Indian business owners who hire all walks of life. If you see otherwise, it's likely because as an immigrant, they understand the struggle of finding a job, so they are more likely to give them an opportunity.
Yeah, it's a great comment, I think. It probably does happen because it's like, dude, like I struggled. Why don't I help this person at least get a little bit of footing? Because we already talked about how hard it is to live here, right? And how hard it is to start here. I can never imagine like trying to start here. And obviously, if you have people who are hating the fact that you even have a chance to live here, it makes it even harder to be here.
Yeah. I see though that like I do want to be aware of the fact that if we are looking at diverse, like multiculturalism and diversity, yes, you know, there are a lot of communities that are not just Punjabi that are sometimes not aware. Like they say, oh, we're not fitting in. Let's say I'm a Punjabi person. I'm like, why am I not invited to A, B, or C? We do need to make sure that as Punjabi people that we are also inclusive as much as possible. I'm not saying that we're not. I'm saying it's just another perspective.
It goes both ways.
It's just another perspective to pay attention to because it's very easy to look at your side and go, oh, nobody ever includes me, but then you're out here never including other people naturally.
Ways. Everything goes both ways that we're talking about.
Yeah.
It goes both ways.
Yeah. So
but
one last comment. Oh yeah, we're gonna last comment. Oh well, those are not AK-47s. Those are legal Chinese replicas that are pinned 5 rounds. No different than rednecks. I actually don't really understand that as a kind.
I don't even know guns, bro. I literally, if you watch a clip, I literally said it's an AK-47 or whatever it is. I don't know about guns. I don't even know what a Chinese, I don't even know what a Chinese replica is.
Well, I mean, we did say that those guns that they're hard to buy, so I don't know. Maybe they're easier to buy at this point.
Regardless of what they are,
still a gun. You don't want them.
The whole point, if you actually watch the whole like actual video, was it's just so unsafe doing what they're doing. Even with 5 rounds, and like this guy said, it only takes 1 round to kill someone by accident. So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
it's just dangerous. It was dangerous and pointless. That's the whole point of it.
Did you hear about the Richmond auntie fight?
It wasn't an auntie fight. It wasn't aunties. It wasn't desies.
I know, but like aunties.
The Asian ladies in the Costco parking lot. Funny enough, I go to the Costco.
Oh God.
I wish I saw that live. I would have just been like, first off, why are people fighting for a handicap parking spot? Wouldn't both of them not be able to fight? I'm not making fun of disabled people, but I'm saying in reality, why are 2 people who are both handicapped fighting? That's actually very dangerous. Real talk. Like outside looking in, it's very dangerous.
Can you play the video?
Why? You want to watch it one more time?
Well, no, actually, we don't need to play the video.
It's so long. It's not even it was like random pushing. It was just like so stupid.
I mean, I commend the few people. There was the Costco worker who was like, guys, can we calm down? And then there's the girl that just got in between them. She's just
by the way, okay, speaking of that parking lot, actually perfect you brought that up. That parking lot's out fucking rageous.
It's all
horrible.
Every Costco parking lot.
No. That one's something special, bro. There's been times where I've nearly been like the old lady.
Isn't that where the Tesla is?
What?
Isn't there a Tesla across the street from it?
Yes.
Yeah. No.
I can't go 2 seconds without mentioning Drake or Tesla.
I've heard, because I know obviously the team that managed that location, and trying to deliver Teslas out of that area, it's already bad.
I'll tell you a time where I'm literally about to pull into a parking spot. My signal's on. I'm just waiting for his car to back up. He backs up and he like kind of like what he does is, he doesn't back up. So I'm turning right into the parking spot. This guy's going left to go around me and exit. As this guy's crossing my car, a car literally saw me waiting. I'm about to start going forward and pull in. This guy cranks his car and parks up. I'm just like, what? And he came after me. Like he came well after me. And I'm just like, people do that, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like, all right, like I guess. Then funny enough, I parked up like probably 3 spots beside him. And I walked past him and he's just like pretending as if like nothing exists out of his reality. He's just like looking straight.
You didn't say anything?
I'm like looking at him, trying to make eye contact, be like waving and everything, be like, yo, are you okay? Like you couldn't see me like waiting? But I'm like, I don't care. What am I really going to do, right? I'm not going to like drag him out of his car.
He was still in his car?
He just parked up the whole time. I finished grocery shopping. I spent like however much time there. I came out. He was still standing there doing this. Sitting in his car doing the same thing. Ignoring the world.
He wasn't even looking at his phone or anything?
It's so strange, man. And then like every time I'm in that parking lot, it's literally I have to fight for a parking spot. That parking lot getting stolen, parking spot getting stolen has been happening to me like 50 times already. I hate that. Like Costco.
It's just like, dude, it's like mutual respect.
Dude, going to America Costco though, holy.
Worse?
180.
Better or worse?
180, bro. No
Worse?
issues.
Oh, well.
No issues.
But
I've never had an
parking lot's
issue.
huge though. Parking lot's huge.
It's relatively the same size. Honestly, I'm not gonna like look at the Burnaby one. Like the Burnaby one.
They have more Costco's though, I'm sure. They have way more Costco's.
No, bro.
They have more Costco's.
Probably deeper in, but I'm talking like Washington, right when across like the border. It's not bad. It's like it's easy. And funny enough, everyone there is Canadian too. So it's like, dude, the same people are here.
No, it's not
What's
as
the
busy. It's
difference?
just not as busy then.
No,
Come on.
man, I don't care. It's just people are not, for some reason, like they've gotten less civil here. You remember a few years ago the IKEA thing? How the chick stood in that parking spot and someone's about to pull in and she just stood there. She's like, no, I'm saving this parking spot for someone. Do you remember that?
No.
This is like during the COVID time, I believe. She was like wearing a mask and everything. But I don't know. People got way less civil here with parking alone. I guess it is pretty bad. So
Fucking Canadian. Trying
Turn
to
the
tell me
volume up.
about
Turn the
free
volume
it's
up.
maxed.
Bro, worry about your own country. You guys got no free speech. Your money sucks. You guys get taxed like 50%. Your fucking president's a bitch. Or your prime minister, my bad, your prime pussy minister. He fucking sucks.
See, mister.
Toronto sucks. Dangerous, dirty, overrun with illegal immigrants, overrun with foreigners. Your CBSA is fucked. You guys don't deport nobody. I know this for a fact. The immigration system in Canada is even worse. Your RCMP is a failure. That's like your FBI. They suck. They don't do nothing. I know this for a fact.
That's where you lose credibility.
Canadian law enforcement. They can't do shit. Your crowns, aka your prosecutors, they're pussies. They don't prosecute nobody. Failed nation, bro. Failed nation top down, motherfucker. You guys can literally go to jail for talking about a certain event back in the 1940s, if you know what I'm saying. Fuck out of here, man. Every Canadian wants to come to America. But no Americans want to go to Canada. Let that sink in. All you niggas come and live here illegally. But you ain't gonna find an American living in Canada illegally. Fuck out of here, nigga. Our culture, the way we do things, our freedom of speech, etc., our gun laws, all you motherfuckers wish you were Americans. That's the truth. Everything from Canada sucks. It's cold. You guys speak English weird. You use A awkwardly in your English. 80%
Damn, bro.
of your landmass is useless.
Who heard him,
Niggas
right?
are known for
Canada?
maple syrup. Fucking weirdo Canadian over here talking to me about free speech. Fuck you. You don't even know what free speech is.
He's not wrong about the free speech
in
thing,
your
though.
country, you going to jail, nigga.
Different,
Fuck
yeah.
you. But I could call them Pajeets all day. It was good to be an American. The fuck out of here.
What the fuck
Canada's
is a
India now,
Pajeet,
man.
bro?
Might as
I've been
well
hearing
call
that a
yourselves
lot.
India. If it was up to me, I'm telling you guys.
Go back to that. Everyone needs to hear that properly.
Yeah.
No,
Immigrants,
it's fine.
You here illegally? Get
We're
the
gonna
fuck
talk
out of
about
here.
it.
First thing I do, I send all you Canadians back that are fucking here illegally in Miami Beach working at the fucking restaurant. Send y'all niggas back. No more freedom of speech for you guys. Go back to Trudeau.
All right. I took notes on all that, so that's why I said it's fine. Who cares? Okay, we're gonna run through a list of dumb shit Myron says,
Again.
which I can write a fucking.
Again.
Swear I can write an encyclopedia about that. You guys is the worst. So first off, I'll just start off by saying Myron has made his money and his platform on saying the dumb shit about bullying people, bullying girls, and being dumb. That's the biggest thing.
And trying to
trying
take
to act
money off
smart.
of like other guys that are
Being clickbaity, yeah. and
yeah, but
everything.
getting guys that are
Yeah.
like obviously maybe I would say a little
having a
more
hard time
vulnerable.
with female.
Yeah,
And
having a hard time with girls,
female, yeah.
and they're like raging a little bit, so
Yeah.
they're going to his content and they're paying him like a monthly
Yeah.
subscription to hear this guy yell at them all day.
Yeah, and he purposely gets people that aren't like really intellectually smart. You can tell sometimes, and he purposely like asks them like hard questions, and they're just kind of like, obviously some people are camera shy as well too. That can be another thing. So maybe they are smart. They're just a little camera shy. So like they kind of get nervous and stumped, and he's just like, oh yeah, prove my point, I'm right. And he just thinks yelling is like getting his point across better. But should we go through all
Well,
the
no,
things?
the funny thing is he says women are so emotional.
Yeah, and look at him. He can't even keep
And-
his cool with himself.
Yeah, bro.
He's yelling at
alone.
himself.
Yeah, bro.
He's in his own like fucking basement yelling at a screen
Women are so emotional.
just because someone said
But they don't know
Canada is
anything.
better.
Yeah.
He said one thing. So
You're an illegal immigrant.
You want us to go through this?
Keep going.
No, let's go through it piece by piece.
Sure.
Every statement he made.
Sure.
Tax money is garbage and free speech is gone. Thoughts on that?
Tax money?
you get taxed 50%, your money's worth nothing.
There are
Free
states.
speech.
There are states in the U.S. like California that also tax very heavily.
By the way,
so
he's living in Florida, 0 tax. Go move to a different state and talk. That's done.
yeah.
Our leader is a bitch.
Oh no. Free speech. We have freedom of expression in Canada, and it's free speech in the U.S. It is different.
I could care less about that. Right now, what I'm doing is proving your point that I have free speech.
Okay,
there you
sure.
go. Our leader is a bitch, according to him.
No comment.
Everyone has
Not
their own
gonna get
perspectives on
political.
everyone.
Not
We
going to
could
get political. on this
literally
one.
look at what's going on in your presidential race. I'm pretty sure Canadians have a lot of thoughts about that as well. Leave it at that. Toronto sucks, is dangerous, dirty, and there's illegal immigrants everywhere. So I want to talk about dirty. I've been to New York. The garbage in the fucking streets.
Bro.
I've been to a lot of places in America. I can't
Bro.
even find a trash can, let alone find a place where garbage belongs.
Bro, it's bad.
Everywhere.
It's bad.
I'm not saying Vancouver's clean, but compared to a lot of places I've been to in the States, and I've been to a lot of places in the States, it's disgusting in the States in some places. Very disgusting. You want to talk about anything? Talk about Detroit. Yeah, it's not a really clean place to live in, is it? Like, what are we talking about, guys? Like,
Parts of the United States, like Flint, it's just Flint, Michigan, have drinking water now or
not
no?
clean drinking water
They
still.
still don't.
Yeah,
They still don't.
they still don't, which is so fucked up.
I don't
But
understand that, but yeah.
Toronto may be disgusting and dirty. I haven't been there in a few years, but you go there all the time. How dirty is it?
It's not like New York. I mean,
You've been to New York too, right?
I've been to New York, and you go to New York and you see garbage bags everywhere. No
Everywhere.
offense.
Yeah.
My family lives in New York,
Yeah.
and I love them to death, and I want everything to be good for them, and they will be fine. But like, dude, you go to New York, you're like hyped up about it.
Yeah, it's not that
And then
clean
you
in the
go,
city.
and you just see big black garbage bags
in the streets.
everywhere,
Yeah.
and they're stinking up the neighborhood. There's like steam and garbage coming. It's a mess. And there's also like, I don't know, there's like homeless people on the trains and like just sleeping on the subways in New
And
York.
people can argue that happens here too, which, yeah, that's a problem everywhere. You know, homelessness is a problem everywhere. And yeah, there's messes everywhere. But honestly, comparing Vancouver to a place that I've been to in the States, it's miles better here. And I feel like our garbage system and how they pick it up is a lot better in general.
Yeah, I mean, both countries have their, nice areas and like not so nice, whatever.
Yeah.
I still like think that, going to the United States and stuff like that is fine. I'm not a hater of the United States, but in defense of Canada in this situation, it's like, bro, it's not, but okay, go on.
And he mentioned legal immigrants. And I don't even want to like talk about that because like, bro, go look at your debates and tell me who has a legal immigrant problem. Our country or yours? You guys wanted to build a wall.
True.
We're not trying to build a wall.
No, but in real, it's not so they're basically, to debunk that, it's immigration, but it's legal at the end of the day because we're letting them in.
They're saying there's more illegal immigrants there, and it's just interesting hearing an American say that.
No, but
That's a first. I've never heard that before.
But you also have like people. It's like, hey, if everybody wanted to move to the United States, why are so many people wanting to move to Canada? And still, like, there still is a more than just getting immigration.
He said our immigration is worse. That's word for word what he said. Yeah. So that's fair. Then he followed that up with the RCMP is FBI, and they do nothing. So
did he mean CSIS then? Is that
no? CSIS is our FBI, but he said RCMP is basically like their FBI.
Which basically like their FBI, which is like, bro.
Yeah. It's like what this guy does. Well, actually, no, his audience, like the fact is, this is what they're going to believe.
They don't fact check.
This is what they're going to believe. This is truth. Like, fuck, it's so stupid. The Crown can't prosecute. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I guess that's your perspective on that.
We'll have more conversation about that kind of stuff in future episodes. I can pretty much guarantee it. What
happened in 1940 in Canada that no one wants to speak about or you go to jail? That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm pretty sure it was World War II, bro. Yeah, 1940s in Canada was World War II. What the fuck else happened in World War? Like, if he's talking about the indigenous stuff, that was the 60s scoop and that was residential schools. But that was 20 years after. But that is a real thing that happened.
He's already been wrong about a couple other things.
In 1940, he's like, if you speak about it, you go to jail. 1940s. Okay, if I go to jail. Okay. Whatever. Every Canadian wants to go to America. No one wants to go to Canada. That's an American.
Sure. Cool.
Sure. I mean, if you literally just do one Google search, there was a thing that when Trump became president, more Americans were going across the country to go to Canada. Wow. Whatever. He said America's culture is better. Our gun laws are better. Every single law we have is better. Culture, I don't know. What can you speak on that? Like,
I mean, for me, it's watching your guys' whole propaganda, for lack of a better term.
you guys are just fighting each other all the time.
It's just,
no
there's a
matter
lot going on over there.
Everyone just argues all
There's
the time.
just been a lot, like it's not currently a very united nation.
Yeah.
The United States
Aren't
are
very
not
united. Yeah,
bro.
they're not really
Like, come
united.
on, has
Yeah.
that been said? That's the best way to put it.
He said it's cold and you speak English weird. That's like such a weird nitpick.
I don't know, bro. He's just
Half
like,
of
he's
your
grasping
land
at
isn't even
straws.
inhabitable. Okay. And like, I don't know how that's a diss. You want to talk about somewhere cold? Alaska's in America as well. That's a pretty cool place. I'm pretty sure you guys have colder weather in some areas in Canada. I mean, Buffalo gets pretty fucking cold.
Don't talk about Buffalo, bro. I don't want to be thinking about the Sabres.
Oh yeah, poor guys. We speak English weird.
Whatever.
Okay, sure, man.
What a guy.
We're known for maple syrup. Oh, really? We're not.
Did he
known.
say maple syrup then?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I don't mind being known for it.
No, we're actually not known for that. We're known for a lot of things.
Yeah, we're known for a lot of things. Okay,
Like
go on.
we were actually inventors of like many things.
Oh, dude, the telephone and basketball.
He said if you make fun of an Indian, you're going to jail. I can't find one reason and one case where that's like.
Bro, I don't know. ChatGPT is in jail? No, but that's actually not even true at all.
And
that's
then
like
this
so
just,
far
this
from the
just
truth.
goes back to what I've constantly been saying from the start of the pod. This guy said, don't call yourself Canada, call yourself India. 5.7% and you want to call us India, right? Yeah.
Well, they're considering changing the flag now. They're going to add green.
Green and red. Oh, sorry, green and
And they're
orange.
going to add a little circle in between the
Oh
middle.
my God. They're going to change the logo, right? They're going to change the maple leaf. And then he said Pajit, which I've been hearing this and seeing this phrase a lot online. We'll cut this if it's a really fucked up term, but I need to see what the fuck this means. Is just a nickname. It's a derogatory term used by CIA run troll sites like 4chan. Okay, so just a troll term. So he's like, I can say Pajit freely and I'll be fine. But
What's that? What's that?
It's just a troll term for people who are Indian. That's what I'm seeing online. But yeah, so I guess Myron is able to say that stuff and we're not. But I just said it like 3 times now. So yeah, I mean, people like this who get platforms, I don't understand how they still have an audience because they just spread bullshit and hate constantly and just misinformation constantly. And I don't know how they still have an audience. And what sucks is the people watching them, I don't know if they'll ever get to go to Canada. I don't know if they ever will. I wonder if this influences that impact or influences that decision. I hope they do visit Canada because, I mean, go check out Vancouver or Toronto, man. It's a beautiful city. Both cities are beautiful. They have everything. So, yeah. Yeah. Type of stuff you see online. But, yeah. What are your thoughts on Myron and everything he said?
I want to sign up for his
Get a
membership.
girl in 30 days course?
Yeah. I need help. And honestly, man, I don't know, man. I don't want to be a friend anymore after he said that. He convinced me. I'm going to immigrate.
Ridiculous podcast. It's so like, has there been anything of use and substance on that podcast? Probably has been. Like, there's a lot of like things. Probably like 1 or 2 things have been of substance, but
I don't know. It's I think the thing is just people that are paying money to be in the community like that. It's like they try and hype up that their community is a bunch of high value men.
yeah.
But it's like, I'm sorry, bro. You know, if you're calling yourself high value every day and then you're like hanging out with other people that call themselves high value, that doesn't automatically make you high value.
Yeah,
dude.
just because you say it, you are. I'm not saying I am, but like,
Oh no, you're low
towards-
value, bro. Just joking.
Should I start saying that in the mirror?
Just joking.
Sign up for my program if you want to become low level.
Yeah. Cause I'm always rapping for that low life. That song was written about you, right?
No, it must have been written by a Pajit or some like illegal immigrant that came here. But yeah, I mean,
No.
just,
Well, yeah, Myron Gaines. What was my thoughts? Yeah. I think he's entitled to his opinion. And if he has an
Yeah.
audience that will listen, we just need to do a better job of educating. So that's why we're making this podcast, you know? That's why we're talking about these things. I mean,
yeah,
look, everyone's has their right to their own opinion. And I'm not necessarily like personally offended by any of this stuff, but at the same time, because like kind of like water under the bridge, it's like really like Okay.
But I think this guy truly believes it because
he's mad about
he's
it.
like pissed about it.
But I think he's always pissed off.
But it's like so
if
strange.
he was talking about like
it's
sliced
so
bread,
it's like, yo, why are you so like obsessed with our country? Like, why don't you go shit on someone else, right? Like, why don't you go talk about your own country's issues? There's enough. Like, there's enough, dude.
Yeah, I mean, dude, he recently was on a X Spaces thing, and it was like white supremacists in there, and then he joined, and they're like, "Hey, thanks for your support, but like, what are you doing here?" He's like, "Yeah, 100%. We need to do whatever." And then they're like, "Dude, we love you. Like, we appreciate the support, but just so you know, like, if we get our way, you're also being deported." And then he's like, "What do you mean, bro? What do you? Okay, yeah, you guys think you're just tough." And he just got into like a huge fight over it.
Here's the clip of Myron getting kicked out of the Twitter space.
British guy, like, dude, I know you're mad about
Mate,
1776.
black men are like most likely to other black men. You black cunt.
He's not British. He's not British.
Kick this.
But then again, this guy can just be doing all this shit, getting all pissed, and showing all this stuff just for clicks, which we guess we are talking about him. We fall for it then, I guess. But no, I mean, if that's the case, then bro, you're a sellout. There's no way around it. Like I said before, everyone should just chill out, live life, be happy.
I don't know, man. I also don't want like, yeah. I think that like,
don't be a hater for anyone. Not even just like, I don't care, like you're hating on any people. Just don't be a hater. Like, let people live their life. At the end of the day, this is their one trip around the earth. I mean, why are you being a dickhead to them? Like anyone. Why are you just mean to anyone in the world?
In their eyes, they think that Indian people are the enemy or whatever. They think that they're being attacked, right? So
that's fine.
I'm just saying that's I'm just giving context of.
I understand the context. I know the whole context.
Some people are doing it just to be assholes.
Just my biggest thing is like, why is anyone just mean to anyone in general? This is their only time they're on this earth, and they're gonna spend time listening to you say shit about them.
But I will say, like, as someone that's ignorant to it, that doesn't really pay attention to stuff until now, as we start talking about it. Did I mention this in a previous episode where when you go to the States and you go to a fast food place, it's all like Caucasian. Okay. Cool. So yeah, like you go to any fast food place, McDonald's, you go to Wendy's, you go to, what's that place? Chick-fil-A. They're all white people. Like, it's actually astonishing. There's a very high amount of white people. Now, don't get me wrong. There's diversity. Sometimes there might be a black person, a Punjabi person, a Chinese person. Sure. You see them once in a while too. There were a mix of them at Chick-fil-A when I went recently, but like majority of them, they're all white. And I would go and I remember whenever I went, LA, Arizona, New York, whenever you'd go, I would always have in my head, I'd be like, damn, it's different here. Like going to fast food just feels different here. And as I think about it deeply, it's like, it's not just a bunch of immigrants working there. It's actually, you know, and that gets me thinking, like, here, if you're working in a fast food place, people are like proud to say they've never worked in a fast food place. Bro, I've worked in a fast food. You're probably proud to work there. You know, I've worked there. I've worked in fast food.
I've actually never worked on one though.
Yeah. But like some people that are like, oh, I'm too
like
good
they
for
find pride. They don't find pride in it.
No, they find pride in not being there.
That's what they don't find pride.
And then they're going to be like, and it's kind of now a stereotype based on what you see here. Oh, fast food. Well, only immigrants work there. Why would I work there?
Yeah.
Right? And that's changed a lot from like 20 years ago when immigrants were starting to get work in the field. But a lot of times there's still a lot of racism too, where you're like, I don't want to hire this person. There wasn't necessarily benefits for them to hire them. But I mean, it is a difference in between the two countries. Like it's a very like obvious difference when you actually observe it. Do you have any thoughts on that? Like why is it that immigrants over there clearly are doing whatever other jobs that are,
well, maybe they're just not populated in those areas. That's another thing too, right? Maybe they just didn't move to Washington because like I said before, maybe
other parts of the States too. It's like
I mean, it's like that thing. Like maybe they have certain areas they went to, like California or somewhere else, like specific places, right? Like I mentioned before, like my parents didn't go to America because it's hard to go to America, and they knew no one there. So that's what it comes down to. There is a area in Washington that has a lot of Apina people. I think it's Kent or somewhere in like Washington near like Seattle, but like there'd be like similar to kind of how Surrey is, but no, like it just depends on area, man. Like it's just whatever demographic lives there is the demographics that's going to be in every place you go. Same thing with Vancouver, Surrey, whatever demographic you see, it's probably going to be in all those stores you see. That's not a racist thing to say. It's just simple fucking math, bro. I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, cool, guys. What do you guys think? Thanks for tuning in. right? Yeah. Wrap it up. Anything else you want to say? Yeah. If you've listened this far, that's awesome. We really appreciate you spending time with us.
This might have got more political and more like all that compared to most of our other ones, and more serious, I guess.
Yeah, and but
we're just trying out new things, and we're responding to some of the comments that people have left. Either they're fans or they're not. Well, we don't know. But yeah, thank you for the comments, regardless of if we liked them or not. But yeah, thank you for commenting. We appreciate it, and we like to invite more comments. We don't really see many on the videos, mostly on the reels, but yeah, leave a comment down on the videos if you're enjoying them. If you're not enjoying them, leave a comment too.
Yeah, we're on all the platforms. So thank you so much. We really appreciate you making it this far in the video, and we will see you in the next week.
See you guys.